And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Kansas offense will take...
Entering settings screen, you have 29 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected. Key narration volume set to 100. Key narration volume set to 100.
First, this is a matchup that we've been talking about coming into this. High-powered offense squaring off against a defense that is more than capable of shutting them down. This one's going to be fun, David.
Yeah, and this defense has been able to do that. Like, every offense they've faced, they've played great. They take away what you do best. Obviously, Palmer, on that, this is a high-powered offense. They're really, really good. How does this matchup unfold?
You're right, David, and I think as the season's gone on, this is a matchup that we've circled on our calendar, knowing that these two teams are going to square off and face each other. So many guys on the field today are going to play in the National Football League. There's a lot of experience on both sides of the ball. This one's going to be fun to watch.
Works the middle. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Under fire. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. He was lurking, waiting for his opportunity, and like a gator in the swamp, he went into the roll and got that quarterback.
They did. I tell you what, when you want to be dominant in this league, if Florida wants to get back to being a dominant team, it's got to be guys like this in the trenches dominating football games.
Chains keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack.
How about this defense coming out the gates? First drive, getting to the quarterback. They wanted to affect the quarterback, make him feel uncomfortable. Already 2 sacks on this first drive.
And the Jayhawks will punt it away on fourth down. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Florida's offense will take the field for the first time. And, David, we've got a quarterback today who's been known for making enough plays when his team needs them.
Yeah, and listen, he's a guy that this offense is built around him. But, Jesse, he's not the guy that's going to take over.
He's going to go for a big one. Catch and stride inside the 15. They get him down to this offense to set up first and goal from the 9.
I love when you back the defense off. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Here we go. They'll run it on first and goal. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. They've gotten right on the cusp of the end zone. They still need 2 yards. Will they try to bang it in with a run or go over the top? Quarterback making adjustments. Looking for the touchdown on third and goal. Looking to get it in. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Didn't get enough to move the sticks, but enough to leave them with the decision.
And the defense did a great job understanding the sticks, rallying to the football, getting them on the ground. And you're right, Reese, 4th and short, that means decision time, or for us, green light. Go for it.
He didn't get there. 4th and goal from the 1, and they are stuffed. The Kansas offense returns to the field. The Jayhawks backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on 1st down. The heat got to him, and he just sort of froze and got tackled in the end zone for a safety. They'll get set for the free kick after the safety.
Well, you came into this one thinking it might be a defensive struggle, and how about this unit? How aggressive have they been early in the game? They're just getting after their opponent, and they come away scoring the first points of the game here in the 2nd quarter with a safety.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Going to throw it over the top of the knee. He's got it at the 20. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. That's the way you get things going. A huge play, and now attacking from just inside the red zone. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. To the air, it's Pavia. Got it in the middle with Smith. Knocked down at the 6, but that completion will set up a 1st and goal.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple 1st downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
From the gun. Rushes on him. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on 1st down by this offense.
Wide out, trying to get it in. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Gator!
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole 1st half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Looking for an alley from inside his own 20. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority 1. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. And the Jayhawks will kick it off to start the 2nd half. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Keeping it on the ground to open the 2nd half. It's a running room. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field, and it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
Makes the grab. It's Hudson. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a 1st down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. And the Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole.
Football is about adjustments. First half, line up, pound strong. Second half, great job. You're going to move your defense and shift to try to account for that? Boom, we'll pull some guys and run a counter backside and have some success.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run the toss. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. That's caught. It's Hudson. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Maybe a tad out of field goal range and way too close to punt it. Kind of in no man's land, so they'll go for it on 4th down. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. That's a good spot on the field to go for it. Really, everything to gain and not much to lose.
Yeah, and most coaches discuss or know pregame warm-ups how far their kickers can kick it. Do I have a boot to even consider this? But I think you want to stay aggressive regardless and go try to get extra points.
Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. The give as they work on that clock. Hard running there.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense. Now, they got to get a stop. And if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
The give to the tailback.
Yeah, and if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
The give to the running back from the shotgun.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. The Gators come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Bully ball on 3rd and short. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. In the postgame, if you start asking about the offensive struggles, the coach is probably going to say, let me tell you something, Mr. Television Announcer. They don't ask me how I won. They ask me if I won.
That is all that matters, Mr.
Kennesaw State ready to kick it off and get this game going. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Florida's offense takes the field. And they're going to be met by one of the best defenses in the nation, David. And I know seeing a defense doing what they want, when they want to do it, makes you a happy man.
Well, defense is starting to make a comeback. I'm excited about this new era of football. We're seeing better tackling, and we're seeing better coverage than we were a couple years ago. And this defense is fun to watch them on tape, fun to talk to their coaches. Jesse, this defense has been consistent all year long.
And they're dialed in, and they're so talented. They've got multiple NFL draft picks on that side of the football. They don't have to change a lot week to week. This defense dominates. They do what they do, and they don't care if you know it. You can't do anything against them.
Terrific job getting to him. There was nowhere to go.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands.
Going for the big play. Got it inside the 10. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7.
We knew this offense wanted to come out here and let it rip through the air. This QB is in a beautiful rhythm early. Nice job with his footwork and his eyes, and he completes a big one there. Get this offense home.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5. line. Now it's 2nd and goal. Headed outside for the line. It's Brock. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss. Huge play in the red zone. 3rd and goal coming up. Looking to pass. It's Pavia. He's got him still on his feet. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida!
What a nice job by the offense. First drive of the game, they matriculated down the field, put themselves in a goal-to-go situation on 3rd down. It's not going to be easy throwing it, but they win the matchup. Accurate throw, and they get paid.
And the extra point was good. The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. Catches it inside his 20. Chance to really gain some ground. Gets it all the way out to the 33 before he stops. So the Kennesaw State Owls offense will get the ball for the first time. And David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that...
Entering settings screen, you have 29 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected. GUI narration volume set to 100.
Trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football game. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others. They got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
And sometimes you got to know when to give it up, right? As a quarterback, you feel it. You can't hold it that second too long when bad things can really happen. You could tell the clock went off and he was throwing.
Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. Looking deep down the right side. It's picked off, and they ruined the drive with a turnover. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23.
I like it. It's like laying up on a par 5. There's no time and no place for that. We don't need that, all right? Take your shots. It's 3rd and long. I don't need to throw it 17 yards short of the stick. Nice job taking a shot down the field, trying to get the first down through the interception, but no harm.
Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. The give to the back. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The Gators lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. Gets the back moving. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And he just needed a few inches, and he didn't get it. The defense denies this offense. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you have a prominent jawline and an urgent going downfield for the big play. Makes the catch, converts on 4th down, is still on his feet. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. Throws to the back. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. And the Gators will boot it away to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. He'll keep it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. Kennesaw State right back to work.
Yeah, and after the QB calls his own number and all these options, obviously multiple plays, he decides to stick with it, get some positive yards, and now what's next off of that? What's my next read off of that? How am I going to mix things up and keep this defense on balance?
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. Now looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 26. Looking for a man. It's Nelson. Under fire. Hauls it in. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Now the play fake. Bring in the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that 2nd down incompletion. Pressure coming. And they get to him, and down goes the quarterback, and you just cannot afford that in this spot. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Handoff from the gun. Sweet cut there. Got the first down and still on his feet. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. You count up those explosive plays in the game and you put a little extra star by the big runners.
Yeah, this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the 2nd level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Inside the 30 at the 29, it's a first down. Able to pick up a couple down to the 27. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He wants to change this route. Looking for a man. It's Pavia. Throws for the tight end. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
And he's got enough for a first down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the 3rd. They go back to work in the final period of this one. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Not a lot going on there. Picked up a couple.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd and short, the power run here.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They put some nice plays together, back to back to back, and they're bleeding the clock. This is exactly what you practice for situations like this. Just keep doing what you're doing.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to 2nd and inches. Keeps it on the draw. And he crosses the goal line for the late touchdown, and that one just might finish this baby off.
Some would say run out the clock. Some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
Oh, misjudges it a bit and muffs it. Straight ahead from inside his 25. One more play to pad the stats. Looking to throw, it's Nelson. He's taking a deep shot. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. This was hardly an offensive juggernaut, but sometimes you lean on your defense and grind out a win.
This was a defensive struggle, no doubt about it, but we know this is a team game, and the defense certainly did what they needed to do. The offense just barely did enough. That's the important part, David, moving forward. They're going to have to play better on that side of the ball.
I think it looked more like an offensive struggle, not a defensive struggle. They definitely brought their A game, but listen, all you needed was enough points. Win.
Gators will put total weather to crank us up. Takes it inside the 25, and he'll bring it back. They get him stopped, but a really good job of blocking by the return team. He's out to the 44. So the Pitt Panthers offense will get first crack at it today. But, Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. It's a big test for him.
And here's the thing. Proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent on others' success, but play within yourself, make those plays, don't make the big mistakes.
Backing up on the first two plays now to try to throw it and drive on third down. Lets it fly. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line. Quarterback making checks. Looking downfield, it's Pavia. Snagged in the middle, it's Wright.
I'll tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on first down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding a soft spot, and making it an easy completion.
Dragged down at the 46 after a pickup of 5 and the first down. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Humphries. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Time. And down in the corner as they come to the line. He'll ride his man on the option. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. First play of the period will be a second down. Wants to go up top. A little release to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. The Gators will send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Going for the big play. He's got it. He got a foot down along that left sideline. You know what it takes to make a throw like that. Hit right back to the line. Dropping back, it's Heward. Fakes to grab. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock it down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. They'll run play action. Here's a heat. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. Pitt will line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Catches it cleanly at the 20. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? To the air on first down. Gonna let it fly. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. So now it's second and long. Back to throw, time running short in the half. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
One thing this defense always talks about is getting off the field. Last drive, they forced a punt. Here on third down, what a great job flying to the football, getting a hit, forcing an incompletion. They may be jogging off here soon again.
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. Hauls it in, the first down and more. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. And the Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Just about set to put toe to leather as we are deadlocked here in the third. From inside the 10, here he comes. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. The Gators sending the offense back to work. There's certainly room for improvement after that scoreless first-half stalemate.
Yeah, we've set offense back 30 years in that first half, but we've got a whole new half to play here. So why not come out on this first drive, make a statement, and finally get us back into the age of contemporary golf?
You sound very discouraged as I sound encouraged. That's great defense. Phenomenal defense in the first half. Who doesn't love a 0-0 halftime lead?
To the air, it's Pavia. Got a man, it's Humphries. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Floating away. Bought a little time, lets it go. Caught near the sticks, it's right. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. Final minute now of the third quarter. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the tight end. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
No touchdowns yet, but that may change very soon after that long completion by the offense. Really great route, and a nice job of looking that one in. He set his offense up now in the red zone. They're looking to score some points.
A first down run in the red zone. Driving its way all the way down to the 3-yard line. They got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. They give him the rock again on second and goal. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. Turning to the running game here on third and goal. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Back to throw, it's Heward. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Back to pass on second down. Trying to get rid of it. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
No mystery here. Third in California late in the game. Defense knows they're going to throw it, so they're going to have a lot of guys back in zone coverage. And these guys up front are going to be pinning their ears back. Quarterback better have the clock going off in his head.
And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass? And here we go. Down to score. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll go up top. Maybe a deciding play here. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. The Gators enter the final minute of play, trying to run out the clock. To the ground with the back. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Fans of defense probably love this game, guys. Fans of offense, not so much, but fans of winning? Oh, everybody's a fan of winning, and they found a way to get it done.
A win is a win is a win is a win. It doesn't matter how you get it done. This was not pretty by any stretch. Phenomenal defense, offense. They've got a lot of work to do coming up. But at the end of the day, David, that's a happy locker room.
Yeah, you know what? You pretty boys say it's not pretty. That was beautiful. That was gorgeous. You talk about hitting people. You talk about tackling. You talk about physicality. Yes, please. I like all...
Gators will kick it away to start us off. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Kent State's offense will have the football first. There's a receiver who's going to draw some attention, Jesse, but really, he's just part of this whole offensive puzzle.
He hasn't been the most consistent guy when it comes to catching the ball for this offense this year, but he has had some big moments. He has had some big games as well. And, David, you know, from a roster standpoint, they're generally not going to overmatch or overwhelm anybody from the receiver spot, but this is a dude that can get it done.
I think that's the biggest point that you made. It's a guy that has the potential to make big plays. And if you're pointing to a guy, he is the one. Talking to coaches, like, they've seen flashes in big moments. They need to see it consistently, and it starts today.
Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. The Golden Flashes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Dropping back, it's Hampton. Here's the pressure. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball. And the Golden Flashes will line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He'll field it close to the 50. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. So the Florida Gators offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And Jesse, they've got a quarterback that if he can get into a rhythm, can certainly make plays for his team.
Here's the thing about him, too. He's not the most consistent guy, and he's not the most talented quarterback in the country, but when he's hot, he's really, really tough to stop, David. It's important they get this guy going early.
Yeah, and it's not just him. Like, the offense has to, around him, play well. They've got to protect him. Receivers have to make plays. The running game would be good to get going, so it's got to be a team effort, because then he can really be at his best.
There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
3rd and 2, trying to be physical, trying to win the battle up front. Almost there, Palmer, just short, 4th and inches.
Yeah, and he was so disappointed he didn't pick up that first. He's looking over to the sidelines right now, asking for the ball again going forward.
And the Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. And you want to talk about gang tackling, everybody on the defense run to the ball. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking for room, it's Brock. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And you know what? The best 3rd down offense is don't get the 3rd down. Really good job by the offense running the football. You could tell the defense got caught a little bit off guard. Got a nice gain, popped one, got a 1st down. Who needs 3rd downs if you can just pound it down their throat on 2nd down?
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They go to the ground. And going to the run is going to backfire as the clock runs out here in the first half. The Golden Flashes will line up to kick off and start the 2nd half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Going to the run to start this 2nd half. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
Got 3 on first down and 2nd and 7. To the air, it's Pavia. Throws to the tight end. Got his man downfield. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter they come out and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
So first down will open up the final period. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Smith. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
And I'm loving the command of this quarterback right here. You can tell he's not worried. He knows his answers. 3 for 3 on the drive, moving the ball down the field, trying to put this offense in a position to get right back in this football game.
Makes the tackle at the 27. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for the first down. The Gators kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Caught over the middle, it's Smith. He's loose.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Gator! And they've moved out front here in the fourth. They'll use the timeout, 6 seconds left on the clock.
Big-time players make big plays in big games. Coming up with that touchdown with just seconds left in this game now gives them an opportunity to hit the extra point and make it a touchdown game. And there might be 2 more plays left. The kickoff, maybe 1 more snap with the opponent. What a massive play in a big moment.
And it's caught from inside the 20, and here he comes. He's brought down after a good return, gets it out to the 31. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. They fought to the bitter end, and the final incompletion puts a wrap on it. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters. And this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps. They've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence, you know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that play in the big moment that continues.
Kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. Here's the return from inside his 10. He couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Gators offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. And David, we've got a quarterback today who's been known for making enough plays when his team needs them.
Yeah, and listen, he's a guy that this offense is built around him, but Jesse, he's not the guy that's going to take over. He needs the running game to get going. He needs the passing game. He needs a little bit of balance. Really good football player, but he needs the help of the quality teammates around him.
Yeah, you're right. I think the one thing we've seen with this guy is he's got to get into a rhythm in games early, right? And so whether it's running the football or getting a few completions early to get his confidence going, because once that happens, he's very, very good.
And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. The Gators are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Back to throw, it's Pavia. Gonna take a shot. He's got it all out.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the sticks. It's right. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a 3-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You can flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. It's a draw. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line. They'll come to the line for the 8th snap on this opening drive, facing a 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. And the Gators get enough for the 1st down.
We're seeing analytics become a bigger part of college football each and every year, and there is a good example of it. Opening drive of the game, you're across the 50.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Florida!
And they pound the rock. The run game comes through late in the 1st half when you needed it. Now they take the lead. They take the momentum. That's how you end the 1st half.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Middle Tennessee State's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And David, they've got a guy outside that has a lot of potential, but he has to prove that he can be a go-to guy.
No, 100%. They are going to have to depend on him to make plays, to consistently catch the football, to make those one-on-one matchups, make the defense really pay when they choose to do that. I think he's the guy that can do that in spurts, Jesse.
Yeah, he doesn't terrify this defense. We know that having talked to the defensive staff going into this game, but they have seen him flash before on film. They know he has the ability to make the wow play. For them to win this game, though, you get the sense he's going to have to make a few of those for this offense.
The Gators will kick it away to start the 2nd half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking downfield on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Anderson. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the 1st down. It looked like a catch, but they'll say he was out of bounds.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate in his pass.
On third down, going up top. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean, and sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football, and then the rush gets home.
And here comes the punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Here's a return from midfield. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They're trying to find some room off right tackle. They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Pavia. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. Trying to pick up a first down. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. A strike downfield. There he goes. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. On the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. 3rd and goal, where you separate the wheat from the chaff. Barrels ahead. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the point after is good. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Hauls it in inside his 20, and here he comes. Finally stopped after a solid return out to the 32. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. They'll give it to the back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. He'll do it himself. Got enough for the first. Oh, he's got some space. An explosive play to wrap up the 3rd quarter. Oh, they finally got him out of bounds, but not before. He carried some momentum for his team into the 4th quarter. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Lost a throw on first down. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Got his man. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Takes it the other way. Not only made the pick, but he also made up some ground and took it back to the 38. Or will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go?
We
he sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There were